In a world that's always evolving, where challenges come at the speed of change, resilience isn't just a buzzword, it's the foundation for growth and success. Welcome to Real Resilient Conversations.
Every second and fourth Monday at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, we bring you transformative discussions designed to build strength through dialogue. Whether you're a leader aiming to inspire, a team striving to collaborate, or an individual professional seeking growth, Real Resilient Conversations is your guide to thriving in today's dynamic environment.
Our mission is clear: foster emotional resilience, cultivate transparent communication, and empower businesses to adapt with confidence. Through our resilient leadership coaching, we don't just talk about resilience, we live it, lead it, and help you achieve it. When resilience becomes part of your culture, every challenge is an opportunity, every setback a lesson, and every team member a leader in their own right.
Real Resilient Conversations isn't just a show, it's a movement, a mindset, and a community dedicated to helping you and your organization thrive. Tune in every second and fourth Monday at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time and see the difference resilience makes. Be part of the movement and join the conversation live. Watch us on Twitch, Real Resilient Convos. Follow us on Facebook, Real Resilient Conversations with Quita. Get inspired on Instagram at Real Resilient Conversations. Catch our videos on YouTube at Real Resilient Conversations. Wherever you are, Resilient Conversations is just a click away.
Real Resilient Conversations, leading by example, building strength one dialogue at a time, because resilience isn't just what we do, it's who we are.
All right. How y'all doing, beautiful people? Welcome back. So excited to see y'all. Listen. If you haven't, I know it's been a while. So I'm so excited to see y'all. I'm giving y'all a couple minutes to join on in. I know it's been a long time. Between health and everything else that's going on, this year has been a year full of surprises. I'll leave it at that. Surprises sounds like a good way of saying it, right? Yeah, let's go with that. So I am trying my best to reach a couple things, but my little toes won't let me. That's all right. I am excited. I'm trying to give people a couple more minutes to get on in here. I know it's been a while, so I'm just excited to see y'all. So while y'all are joining in, y'all come on, tell a friend, bring a friend, let them know that we here. We are here. We are definitely here. So I'm excited to see y'all. I know that it's been a while. So while people are still coming, I'm going to let's see what y'all like about this new hairstyle. Y'all like this new hairstyle I'm going with? I'm trying a new look. What? Yes, no. Good evening, WSAN Radio. I'm so excited to see you. Welcome. Those of you that are on Instagram, let me know if you can see me. Hey, Tall Twin. Hello. Wonderful. Thank you for joining in. All right. So I know that it is the first first one for the month of February. And this month has been a trying month for a lot of us. And I don't want to say a lot of you, but for a lot of us. And simply because we are looking at how life is lifing right now when it comes to Valentine's Day. And Valentine's Day is just around the corner, comes Saturday. The day before is usually the Galentine's or the side chick or the side dude day. So many situationship day, I guess I'll put it that way. But before I dive in, for those of you, if it's your first time, welcome, welcome. My name is Miss Giggles for some and Miss Quita to others. I am your host here at Real Resilient Conversations. And tonight we're talking about what happens before the flowers. Does that make sense? Because February has a way of putting love in the forefront, and they're putting love in the atmosphere and putting love in your face, and everywhere you look there's roses and cards and heart emojis and what love is supposed to look like and how it is supposed to be celebrated. And if you get your lady something or don't get your man something, you don't really love them. All the things in between that make us question who we are, and how we are, and how that can affect where we are mentally, emotionally. And there we go. I am trying to make sure that I can see. All right, there we go. And so, because tonight isn't about the holidays, it's more so about the heart. And so today I'm going to be tugging on your heartstrings and seeing how you are in 2026, especially in the month of February, especially when everyone is telling you how to love, who to love, when to love, if you should love, if you shouldn't love, and just giving you some insight, giving you some tools for your resilient life on what that may look like. So if it's your first time, we're doing things a little different today, but that's okay. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything that's coming up. Okay, this is going to be great teaching. If it is for you, make sure that you tag someone else so that they know all the great things that are coming. All right. If we're honest, all of us have been hurt in some way, form, or fashion when it comes to the things of love, how it did show, how it showed up, or how it didn't show up, or what we expected it to look like versus what it really looked like, the hurt that came from behind what did or did not happen, the loneliness that came along with it. And we're hurt because we did not prepare for what it would bring. Because either there may be a time where we weren't prepared, we weren't healed, we weren't prepared for the love when it came. And a lot of times we are allowing people into our circles to love us when we are not at a healed place ready to receive such love. And so before the gifts, before the expectations, before the pressure to feel chosen or to even be desired, I want to ask you a real question. Are you actually ready for the love you say you want? Because love is not easy. There's going to be challenging times where you don't like them and they don't like you. I might love you, but I don't like you. I say that about a lot of God's children anyway. I be like, I don't like them. I love them with the love of the Lord, but I don't like them. Right? So are you actually ready for the love that you say you want? Not the idea of love, not the attention, not the moment, not the fulfillment on a physical nature, but are you really ready for the love that you say you want? Because it's more to it than that. So take a breath, get comfortable. Let's have a real conversation that may feel a little uncomfortable, but a real conversation nonetheless. So with Valentine's Day quickly approaching, those of you here in San Antonio, there is an opportunity for you to find, a date or to have a Galentine's date on Valentine's Day to go and take yourself out, to be seen at the scene. So you can go to, share some time together with your homegirl. There's on time on the 13th, that if you like, girl, we just going out, we're gonna have a good time. There's places for you to go, because we sometimes don't know how to embrace loving ourselves. And so we don't go out because we don't want to see that people are happy and loved and snuggled up and coupled up, or because we've been hurt by relationships. And the first negative thought is that you're getting ready to be hurt too. It's just a game. Learn to play the game. So what my goal is, what my assignment is to help to kind of tweak some of the thought processes, right? To fine tune some of the way that some of us think, all right? Because once again, Valentine Day can amplify a lot of those emotions. It can be joy, it can be happiness, it can be loneliness, it can be grief, it can be frustration, anger, hope, right? And there's nothing wrong with wanting love. There's nothing wrong with being in love. So those of you that are happily in love, please do not take this as a stab at you. Not that. It is simply an opportunity for us to re-examine our own lives before we go to take on someone else's heart in their lives. Because there is something dangerous, very dangerous about wanting love without preparation. So my assignment is to prepare you for such. As love comes, or to be prepared for when love looks different than what you expected to, and how to, with proper preparation, can be able to better align yourself and say, this is not what I know love should look like for me. Because love looks different to different people due to their experiences, their expectations, due to what they've been taught, and due to what they have learned, whether good, bad, or indifferent. And so love doesn't hurt us nearly as much as unhealed expectations do. So what does your unhealed expectation look like, is what I want you to really think about and consider. What does your unhealed expectation look like? So let's talk about what love is not, okay? And it's easier said than done, right? Because we have been in there, what you said you would not fall for, and yet the person just looked so good. They treated you halfway decent, and you just kind of fell for it, right? But love is not someone choosing you while disrespecting you. That's not love. Love is not chemistry without consistency. So if you like, we have this good chemistry together, but they don't call you, they don't text you, they don't spend time with you, you are not a priority in their life, that is not love. That's simply infatuation. And too many of us have fallen into the infatuation phase and not really understood what it meant to be loved. Now, if you're on a Christian walk, you understand what the idea of what love looks like, and it looks different, right? On that Christian walk. However, with your natural physical body, you know what chemistry feels like, and you know what consistency feels like, right? Potential without progress. Love is not potential without progress. So potentially they could be a good man, they could be a good woman. They are not progressing into what that potential could be. Potentially they could be financially stable. Potentially they could be emotionally secure. Potentially they could be mentally stable. The potential will get us in trouble. I promise you it will cause a lot of problems. There are a lot of marriages that did not work because they married off of potential. You have to show progress in order for it to really feel like love. Love is not attention without intention. So you don't, just because you're getting the attention that you wanted, but their intentions are not to marry you. The intention is not to be with you long term. The intention is to be with you for the now, and then tomorrow it may be somebody else. That's not love. Love is not it's not just a relationship that you feel in to deal with your loneliness. Whenever you are looking at what relationship is, I promise you it is not that. Loneliness has a way of tricking your mind into settling. It's convinced a lot of people that settling for situationships is better than nothing at all. And then they end up in those situationships longer than they should have been. If you are ready, if you are truly ready to walk away from situationships that no longer is in a progressive mode, not consistent, that does not lead to intention, that is more than just a filler for your loneliness, type ready in the chat. Type ready in the chat if you are ready for something real. Not even with someone else, but for yourself. Are you ready for something real? If you know how to love yourself first. I used to tell a lot of people, I say, baby, I'm so good by myself. However, I know that God has intended for me to be a wife. But I'm good by myself. So I am never lonely. I might be by myself, but I'm not lonely. So I'm not in a place to where I am ready to just pull at the first person that gives me attention without intentions. Because I tell folks ahead of time, like, if you're not looking for a wife, you're not looking to have no child, you might as well not even talk to me because I'm not the woman you're looking for. A lot of people are offended. Like, why would you say that on the first or second date? Because I don't have time to waste. In my 20s, I would have played right along with it. Like, girl, but he fat. Not at the tender age of 42, almost 43. Not at all. So why do we accept less than what we deserve? Anybody put it in the chat. Tell me, why do you think we accept less than what we deserve? And the first one, I think, is because many of us have learned how to go into survival mode. We like, I got a piece of something, I'll hold on to it. They are place fillers. And I've been guilty of it. I have allowed people to sit in places. We have agreed upon it. This is what we're going to do until I meet somebody else. And if it gets serious with that somebody else, then I'll let you know. If you see me out and you see me with someone else, so be it. Right? We have learned how to go into survival mode. Chaos feels familiar. The craziness of having a situationship, you got to worry about who they're talking to, what they're doing, if they're going to spend time with you, especially if you are looking at monogamous relationships. That is a big one. It feels chaotic if you're worried about who else they're constantly dating. For those that are into the polyamorous lifestyle, that's not so much your struggle. In essence, it is, but not as much, right? Because then you can still feel chaotic even with the partnerships that you have, however you have it. And peace can feel boring. And so we accept less than what we deserve because you're not used to the peace of having someone there. And when they hug you, when they hold you, when they look at you, when they see you, it's peace. Instead, you are used to being with somebody, and when you look at them, you are like, I can't stand you. And you ready to fight. And then after y'all fight, y'all make up, y'all do y'all love bonding. You know, however you do your makeup time. Then they like, yeah, we good. He love me. She love me, because we didn't have this whole fight and now we back together. Peace feels chaotic when you're willing to accept less than what you deserve. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it there. And if chaos feels like passion, peace feels uncomfortable. It's not going to feel like peace until your heart rewires what it was supposed to do when it got healed. So until your heart learns to rewire itself into healing, you have to understand that there is a time where healing has to be rewritten. So now the real question is, are you ready? Real question is, are you ready? Are you emotionally available or just emotionally hungry? Some of us are just looking for somebody just to give me what I know that I need to hear. I am guilty of that at times, right? I want somebody to tell me that they love me, that they're thinking about me, that they miss me, and I have had people ask me, and then I realize how irritating that must be when I hear, "Don't you miss me? Why you ain't tell me you miss me today? Why you didn't tell me you love me today?" And I'm like, give me a chance to tell you on my own. Right? Are you emotionally available or just emotionally hungry? And when people are emotionally hungry, they are looking for whoever is going to feed them whatever they need in order for their emotions to feel at peace. Hunger, indifferent, whoever's going to. But when you are emotionally available, you are healed, you are at a healthy place to be able to express how you feel without feeling like you have to walk on eggshells. You have to say it a certain way for them to receive it, however that might be. Are you healed or have you just moved on? And a lot of times we looked at moving on as being healed. Not so much, because as soon as the new person that you with does something that the last person did, you automatically like, yep. See, that's why. That's why I shouldn't have been with them. That's why I shouldn't have never took you in. That's why I don't be trusting these people out here, because you moved on, but you weren't healed. Are your standards considered boundaries or are they walls? And it's a thin line between boundaries and walls. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Because for some, a boundary is a stop sign. For some, a boundary is a stoplight. But if your stop is a brick wall, that's different. Boundaries saying, I need you to wait because now is not a safe time for you to be here. Now is not where I want you. I'm willing to receive you here. A wall is like, even if you come here, you're going to hurt yourself for coming this way. Makes sense? All right. Do you want partnership or do you want validation? Validation. Hey, Mom. Validation looks different when you just need somebody to be your yes man or yes woman. But you need somebody that's gonna be like, no, babe, that ain't right. No, baby, no. Well, baby, why are you doing it that way? Have you considered X, Y, and Z? Partnership says, hey, this is what's getting ready to happen, and I'm just letting you know what I'm considering doing. What's your thoughts on it? That's partnership. Validation is, baby, you're always right. Nothing you ever do is wrong. I'm gonna support you 110%. This is that Bonnie and Clyde type of mentality. I am not Bonnie and Clyde, because I'm gonna tell you, no, because now you're getting ready to run us into a brick wall. You're getting ready to kill us because of your negligence. There has to be something to say, I love you, but this isn't right. Right? You don't need anybody to complete you. So let me do that. But you do need to be complete enough to choose wisely. So no one else should be completing who you are. They shouldn't have to complete you. You are a whole person before you enter into the relationship. But you do have to. You must choose to, let me say that way. You must choose to be complete enough to choose wisely on what's best for you and your future. Even if that means choosing yourself or your future. So how do you do that? How do you protect your heart? How do you prepare your heart? So let me give you some tools, right? Because I'm all about building up your tool belt, building up your toolbox. So this week, let's go and release whatever expired attachments we have, which is going to be hard, especially with the holiday coming. It's hard because at least with the attachment, you probably still gonna get a gift. They still gonna call you. They might send you some little lovely words because it's an attachment. However, it is not progressive. Remember we were talking about before, the potential without the progress. These people are not consistent. You have great chemistry, but there's no consistency. So release expired attachments from people who release the expired attachments from people who are disrespecting you, who don't have any intention on being with you longer than just this weekend. You have to forgive yourself for what you tolerated. Every season of our lives, we tolerate certain things because of where we are mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. Forgive yourself for the people that you allowed into your life that didn't know how to love you, that didn't know how to appreciate the love that you gave. Forgive yourself for that. That's one big tool I really want you to do first. You have to forgive yourself. So that way, when it's time to release this other person, you have to learn how to forgive yourself for releasing them when they say, why would you do this to me? You know how much I care about you. You know how much I love you. However, you are stagnant. And anything stagnant is not growth. It is not pushing you into greater. Pond water does not move. It moves with the wind, but it doesn't go anywhere. It stays confined within that circle. Forgive yourself for what you tolerated when the time for that attachment had already expired and you held on to it. That's like trying to drink expired milk. That's clumpy, that's stink, and yet you still like, oh, but it's still milk. No, it's more like sour cream now. It's not milk anymore. It has changed. All right. Number 3, for preparing your heart. Be honest about your emotional patterns. Do you find yourself loving people or being with people who are emotionally broken? And is it just because you are looking for a project, or is it because of how you feel about yourself? Are you with people who don't look for longevity and they're only looking for the right now because you are afraid of commitment yourself? Look at your emotional patterns. Choose self-respect over attention. That is the last one that I want us to really do when you're preparing your heart. Choose yourself. Choose self-respect over attention. When you are looking for someone else to respect you, but you don't respect yourself, the attention will come. So for example, I'm a host. I meet people all the time and I get all this different attention, but it means me not a hill of beans if I don't respect myself enough to not just go after the attention. I want somebody that's going to appreciate me at the different levels of who I am. They can appreciate giggles. They can appreciate Quita. They can appreciate baby doll. They can appreciate Luck Quita. They can appreciate Master Sergeant. They can appreciate me at all of the levels that I am, all of the layers of who I am. I choose self-respect over just the attention. So stop auditioning. Stop auditioning for roles that God never wrote you to be in. There's a time and a place, right? For every scene in your life, there's a time and a place. And yet there are times when that chapter closes and that is the end of the scene. They were never supposed to go with you to the next chapter. You are the leading roles in every chapter of your life. You will always have the leading role. Choose wisely who you allow to be your co-captain, to be your co-author, to be your co-conspirator, however you look at it, in the chapters of your life. So let's look at this whole Valentine's Day thing. I know it seems a little crazy, so I want to speak to the singles and to the couples. Valentine's Day doesn't define your worth, right? Because love isn't proven by just one night. It's about consistencies over some grand gesture of buying you gifts, of taking you places, of buying you things. It is bigger than that. I really want you to think about that. Singles, if you don't have anybody, it doesn't mean that you are less than or that you are not deserving of. Couples, don't go out and break the bank and now you put yourself in further debt just so you can try and prove your love. Your love has already been proven day in and day out, day by day, even before the 14th of February. Okay? Being chosen means nothing if you are never cherished. I can appreciate the fact of those that have chosen to love me, have chosen to cherish me. And when they no longer cherished me, then they were replaced or removed. If you want to call it princess treatment, whatever you call it, if I am not being cherished, that means that you have now relinquished your position for someone else to move in, and you will be removed. Right? Being chosen is a daily thing. You have to choose to love the person that you're with on a daily, sometimes on an hourly and a minute by minute, because there's going to be times where you don't trust them. You won't allow yourself to be loved because you've never been cherished. So you don't understand it. Because flowers are beautiful. They're beautiful. But they still die if they are not rooted. If it's not rooted in something that was never nurtured, if it was never rooted in something positive, if it was never rooted in something that was loved, it loved it as it grew. It's the same that goes for love, right? So this Valentine season, don't look for someone to give you roses or buy you something or take you places. Become someone emotionally prepared to give something. The biggest gift of love is giving, not necessarily receiving. Receiving is beautiful, but the gift of love is how you give. That is showing your true love. How are you giving on a day-to-day? Consistency. How are you giving in how you respect the person that you're with? How are you giving in your progress towards your intentionality? Right? You are not behind. You are not alone. You are not too much. You are not hard to love. The right people just haven't found you yet. And those that have found you, if they still don't understand that you are not too much, that you are not too hard to love, and that you're not just going to settle for them just because they're like, look at you. I heard it multiple times, let me tell you, in the scenes that I have been in as a host. Oh my gosh, you're how old and you don't have a ring on your finger? You're not married yet? You know you're getting older. At this age, you need to go ahead and find somebody. No. I don't have to go and just find somebody. The person that is ready to love me the way that I deserve to be loved, and I'm not just going to settle for, will know exactly how to love me. I have to teach them how to love me. I might have to fine-tune some things, but they'll already have it in them on how to love a woman of our caliber. The same goes for you. Because you're responsible for who you're choosing. And to choose the love that is safe for you is important. Healthy, reciprocated love is what's important for you. That also means for yourself. Are you having healthy, loving conversations with yourself? Are you reciprocating love that you're expecting someone else to give to you? Do you know how to give it to yourself? And to give it to that person, you're expecting them to do all these grand gestures, but are you willing to do grand gestures for the other person? So before the flowers arrive, before the day comes, prepare your heart. Prepare yourself. Because love, the big word, love doesn't just show up. It recognizes you when you're ready. We choose in our thought process, in our manifestations, in what we speak. We put word curses over ourselves and say, no one will ever love me. No one will ever find me. Be very cognitive of how you speak to yourself and what you're speaking to yourself before you will allow someone else to speak to you and love on you. All right, so I am 8 minutes over so far. This has been Real Resilient Conversations by none other than myself, Miss Giggles. I hope that this has really jump-started you into your resiliency and the resilient life that you are to have, not only for you, but for those that are to come. I pray that in the future that you continue to grow into a healthy, loving, transformative, transparent lover. Transform how you think into something that's healthy, that's loving, that's appreciative, that's consistent, that isn't just a one night, but something that is consistent, progressive, intentional, loving, respectful. Choose it for you first before you choose it from anyone else. All right, so if nothing else, I'm checking in the chat. If tonight has spoken to you, I just ask that you like, share, subscribe, tag a friend, tell a friend, make sure that you tune in. We will be back in 2 weeks on Monday. I'm going to give you the next real conversation as we break down the words real into a different acronym. I know I did not give it to you this time, but that's okay. It's coming. So our real conversations, we're going to go ahead and break down, and it's going to be in 2 weeks on Monday for the 4th Monday of the month. I do apologize. I know for those that tried to come out for the Dream Week event, and it was postponed due to the weather. We plan on jumping in on that here soon, within the next couple of days. I think within the next 2 weeks or so, if time shows me correct. And maybe it's March. I have to get with my business partner. But until next time, stay healed, right? Stay honest, stay safe, and most of all, stay resilient. I love you. I appreciate you. We will see you soon. Same time, same place with the same face. Bye-bye.
In a world that's always evolving, where challenges come at the speed of change, resilience isn't just a buzzword, it's the foundation for growth and success. Welcome to Real Resilient Conversations.
Every second and fourth Monday at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, we bring you transformative discussions designed to build strength through dialogue. Whether you're a leader aiming to inspire, a team striving to collaborate, or an individual professional seeking growth, Real Resilient Conversations is your guide to thriving in today's dynamic environment.
Our mission is clear: foster emotional resilience, cultivate transparent communication, and empower businesses to adapt with confidence. Through our resilient leadership coaching, we don't just talk about resilience, we live it, lead it, and help you achieve it. When resilience becomes part of your culture, every challenge is an opportunity, every setback a lesson, and every team member a leader in their own right.
Real Resilient Conversations isn't just a show, it's a movement, a mindset, and a community dedicated to helping you and your organization thrive. Tune in every second and fourth Monday at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time and see the difference resilience makes. Be part of the movement and join the conversation live. Watch us on Twitch, Real Resilient Convos. Follow us on Facebook, Real Resilient Conversations with Quita. Get inspired on Instagram at Real Resilient Conversations. Catch our videos on YouTube at Real